Live, wow. Well, have to make sure I'm actually live, you know? Can't just start the stream and not verify that I'm live. Alright. Yeah, we're live. Live, wow. Nice. Alright. Well, have to make sure I'm actually... Alright. What's a porcupine emoji? What does that mean? Is it like cute but defended or what? But welcome to the stream, MMB Studios. Welcome to the stream, Fisher1908. Just getting ready to get started. I have some plans for this stream, some things that we're going to build. I'll ping the server. Live. It's hedgehog. It's a hedgehog. What does a hedgehog emoji mean? Never seen that. It's new to me. Welcome to the stream, Nick C. So, anyway, here we are in the Bronx, by the last stop on the 1 line. There we go. I have the chat set up on my phone, 80%, so we should be good for this stream. You finally made the R62s. Yes, I finally made them. There's actually a video that I did to introduce them. It was honestly supposed to just be early days of the R62As on the 1 line, and then the video just turned into timeline of the R62As on the 1 line. So yeah, it's out. And yeah, so what I've been trying to go about doing is actually on the upper segment of the 1 line that I've built, there are gaps between stations, but well, there were many of those gaps. There were many such gaps between 137th Street and 242nd Street, so the terminal, which is that way. And what I've been doing is trying to infill the missing stops. So I'll show you which stops I've been working on. So if you watched the one train video I released today about the R62s and the R17s, then you would have seen part of 168th Street. The station is not done, but there was enough for me to use it in the video, so I did. And yeah, so here's what I have so far of 168th Street. I do have a video. I did not actually upload the video to my second channel, like the recording. I have to make some edits to the video, and there's a few others that I have to make some edits to as well before I can post them. That's why I haven't posted to my other channel for a little bit. So yes, here's the progress of 168th Street. So as much as it would be nice to work on this station today, we won't be. We're actually going to work on a different area of the line, but I just wanted to catch you guys up on what I've done. And I also went ahead and changed the color of the tunnel. This might have been a while ago, so I'm not sure if I did it before the last stream or between streams, but I just wanted to point that out. The color of the tunnel is slightly different. It's a bit brownish now instead of yellowish. So that's the progress for 168th Street. We're going to have to come back to this in a near future stream. I do have motivation to stream right now. You guys know it can be on and off with this project, but you know, I'm always working on it slow and steady. So even if I don't stream or post for a while, I'm still working on it. I didn't do it yet. It's still in the works, okay? 168th Street still being worked on. So we don't have mosaics here. It needs mosaics, and technically these signs are supposed to be over there, but it looks better down here, so I did that. And yes, it needs mosaics, and this part is actually supposed to like slope in with like a triangle like that, but it's sort of like a triangle, so we have to build that on a stream. And then we have to actually build the tiles that are up here. We have to make the tiles. There's tiles here, and then the elevators, but elevators aren't so bad. And then come up here. We have to build the entire A and C area. But we'll come back to this, and let's go back down here, and I'll show you guys the other stuff that I've done on this line off camera. You guys, you know what? You know what I've been wanting to do? I've been wanting to introduce like a monthly update series where at the end of the month I just post what's been accomplished during the month. What would you guys think of that? Like, for example, it would cover, it would just be a quick way for people to get filled in if they don't have time to watch all the videos. For example, this month, I would say, okay, so we did the R17s and the white ones. So we have them in white now. If you remember before, I made a video about this one a while back, and yeah, I didn't go ahead and update it because this model is kind of obsolete. If you look at the front, actually, let's go over to a station where there's light. We might do a video or a stream renovating 181st Street. Compared to other stations, it's pretty rough. If you guys have been watching for, throughout at least 2022, then you've probably noticed that there was a quality jump when I reached Central Park West and had to start doing the stations one-to-one. This was built for minecarts, 181st Street, and then it was just converted. But yeah, there was a bit of a quality jump, and 181st Street isn't up to quality. But we'll touch on this station probably before we do the one ride, probably before the line's done. All right, so what I was saying is this R17, wait, what? You can break them by punching them? Is it because I was shifting? Okay, that's weird. I must have shifted and then broke it. Okay. So, if you look at the roll signs, you'll notice this one is smaller than this one. So this is now the base model for the R17, and they're supposed to have these bigger roll signs. This is too small. So, yeah, I have to redo this model, but it's really just adding a blue stripe to that model. So it's not going to be that difficult to add. This model is actually a trial run for working seats in the passenger area. A lot of the newer models that I've been doing, I did a bunch of models this month, but they were all similar models. They have cab seats, but this one, you can actually sit in the seats, which is nice. So you can actually sit in the seats like that. I don't think this one has a cab door. This does not have a cab door, but you can sit in the cab, and the doors animate. Let's see. So if it's facing that way, then this should be right. Can I hit it from outside? Okay, that's the wrong side. Yes. So these doors animate like that, and then the other model, R22. Right there. Here's the R22. So the R22 actually has a feature that the other models I've done don't. So, if we come over here, it's kind of difficult. The cab door actually will swing open like that. And I tried to do this on the BMT standard, but I messed it up and I never fixed it. Pretty sure I can place it. Oh, I can't. It's too wide. This is why B division trains don't run on the IRT. Yeah, so I did it the wrong way. So I have to fix that before the model is used for anything. But, you know, it's the BMT standard. What am I going to use it for right now? Okay. We have, like, no BMT stations on this world. And, something else I was thinking of doing is making these doors open on trains as well. But yeah, that's the R22/R21. Same train, really. And I think both doors should open. This is the post. Okay, this one opens backwards. I'll have to fix that. So this is the post. Not overhauled, because I don't think these were overhauled, but they sort of were. They removed the cushion seats on these. You have to put emergency exits on the right tunnel. Yeah, eventually we'll do that. You finally made the R62. Yes. I know you're saying R62A, but it seems like there's no differences between the trains anymore. They've changed the roll signs on them, and now they pretty much look the same as the R62s. So, yeah, it's the R22, and there was another one I did. If you come to the R33, you can see it was overhauled a bit at the front. It has bolts, which it didn't have before. The interior has double-sided doors, and you can see the interior has the red now, which it did not have before, and the doors properly light the tunnels, which is nice. Then there's this new model as well. The I think this is an R33. Yes, R33. In the 1960s livery with the pre-GOH seats and interior and the cab. So yeah, these were both R33s that I just placed. All of these, where is it? R33. These are all R33s. R33. 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 But if you want to see the R62s, then just go to the R62 video that I just made. And you'll see the R62s there. Yeah, I'll show you guys the roll signs. Just turn on the lights. There. Okay, 1 to South Ferry. 2, 241st Street. I'm going to change that to say East 241 instead of 241st. Flatbush. Harlem. Okay, that must have been an error. Texture. New lots. Woodlawn. Utica. Dyer Avenue. Same one. Flatbush. Pelham Bay Park. Brooklyn Bridge. Flushing Main Street. Times Square. Okay. There's a Redbird, but this is not a 7 Redbird. This is a mainline Redbird. There's another one, but that's a mainline. You can tell by the windows. And now I'm going to show you guys another station that was renovated off camera. Not 181st. 181st was not renovated. If we come to 191st Street, I did go ahead and make some improvements, but if you watched today's video, then you would have seen those. You would have noticed that 191st Street actually looks different than it did the last time. I finally fixed, and there's an R62/R62A. I didn't really see a point adding 2 separate models because they're the same in Minecraft. You're not really going to... the signs in real life are now the same on both, so it doesn't matter if there's 2. So 191st Street, renovated the station a bit, left the ceiling mostly the same, but I changed out the materials, and I upgraded the pillars to have the newer Texture of tiles, new tile texture, which looks better than the old one. Then over here, there's an R17. I'm going to just send that south. So here we have an R62. Absolutely does not count. Okay, R62. Where's the paintbrush? I'll show you the roll signs. Here. It's kind of tight at this station. Open doors. Interior without shaders. If you want to see it with shaders, then go watch today's video, where I did show it with shaders. Interior roll sign. Do this first. Not as many. 2. I did a lot of these when I was tired, so if there's typos, then ignore them. I already had to fix a typo during the video, which is annoying. 4, which you guys may have seen in the video. 5. 6. 6 Express. 7. Maybe I'll change the 6 texture and the 7 to have the circles, but I think that's a different model. 7 Express. Is that different? Haha, that's funny. Okay, so this one's Main Street Flushing. This one's Flushing Main Street. And then the 9 is an option. And then the shuttle. Okay, I have to scale up that one. So some of them are too small, so I have to scale that one up. It's a bit small, as you can see. But I'll fix that later. This is S, the shuttle. I'll show the outside. Of course, you saw 1, 2. Actually, I like 2 the best. 2. I like 4. 3. And I know the headlights are a bit big, but they either had to be too big or too small, and too big looked better. So it is what it is. 4. 5. You don't see 5 on an R62 every day. 6. I don't think the 5 has ever had R62s. /R62s. 7, best one. It's the 7 in my opinion. 7 Express. Did the 7 Express have a diamond in the front? Actually, now that I think about it, I'm not sure. Didn't it just have the window? I don't think it had a diamond in the front. So I'll have to change that. 9 and shuttle. Alright. So, let's just send this on its way. Are there any more mechanisms? Well, you can add ones. So you can add horns to them, but I didn't add horns. By you, I mean like, I could have added horns, but I didn't. Alright, I don't know why I'm following it. Oh, I know why I'm following it. So we're taking this to 207th Street. So we'll get off. I'll show you that station as well. It does not have working seats like the R17. 207th Street. I did finish it off camera. Okay. So here's 207th Street. I did use it in the video. I might do a separate tour video of this, maybe, because not everyone watches the stream. Alright, so that's 207th Street. The only thing it's missing is these things that are at the exits, the entrances. Okay, so that's 207th Street. Not really much to look at there. I made this slope more smooth here. If you guys remember last time, it was very steep. I also added signals. Hello, Nick. Welcome to the stream. I also added signals on some of the tracks here. See them? There's signals there. Signals there. So I added the signals. And I'm not sure how far I went with the signals. I might have went all the way to Van Cortlandt Park. I'm not sure. And I had to change the position of this track to be like this instead of like this because they can't connect on slopes, which is a bit unfortunate. It still needs the supports added, but the yard we were going to work on today is not 207th Street. We're going to actually, and that's why we're making our way back to Van Cortlandt Park. We're actually going to be working on the, is it called the 240th Street yard? I want to build that. So anyway, I also made this slope smoother. See it right there. Very nice. We have this. This is a weird looking signal. Over here, nothing changes here. The station's good enough, so nothing changed. There's already buildings by it though, but those were placed a long time ago. All right. Doesn't 207th Street have a control? I'm not sure. That might be in the yard or between the stations. We need to, on some stream, we need to make this bridge angle a bit because it angles on this plane, but it's, you see it's kind of straight looking here. It needs to angle, so we'll have to do that on the stream at some point. We don't have Marble Hill, otherwise it would be right here. Marble Hill is going to be very difficult to build because it's angled, so that's why I haven't built it yet, but we might do it next stream. Okay, so there's no sidewalk here. I'll have to add a sidewalk at some point. Come this way. This is my favorite part of the elevated track. I love this turn here. See, I'll show you guys. Look how fun this turn is. Watch this. This is, if it doesn't lag spike, it's fun. If it lag spikes, it ruins it. But if there's no lag spike, then this turn is awesome. So we'll just get one. It's still a single cab. I haven't added the full width cab variant. Okay, look at this. Actually, let's take an R17. Okay. R17. Is this the one with the door? No. So then we want an R22. I want to open the door, guys. I want to open the door to the cab. Okay. Tail lights on. Single car operations. Open the door. There we go. Very nice. Turn on the headlights. Close the door. So, you know, so the passengers don't come into the cab. Alright. Cigar 62. Thank you. It's a very fun turn. Very smooth. Stop. Why did it stop? Ran out of power. Yes, didn't have enough momentum to make it to the terminal. Did I forget to close the doors, or is that just that door bug? There's a door bug where the doors just open on their own. It's really annoying. Hopefully it's fixed. Yep, this is the door bug. Okay, we'll drive this back to the terminal. It's 22. And then we're going to work on the yard. Of course, we're going to work on the yard. I don't know how much time it's going to take, but I can't imagine too much for that yard. It's pretty smooth. We're not doing this drive. You're not doing the drive, right? Difficult to break every car individually. Okay. Alright. So, the actual objective of this stream, now that you guys have been updated on what's been built and what's been added, the actual objective of this stream is to build the, I think, 240th Street yard, if that's what it's called. And we might have to do some road work. No? Okay, it's already done. And we're going to have to renovate the last stop in the... Oh, there's actually one more thing. This reminds me. I'll show you in a second, but yeah, we have to renovate this stop at some point. I don't like this. I hate this diorite here. Don't know why I ever made the decision to use diorite there. We're going to have to touch that up, but I hate that part. Okay, so this is new. So this is going to be the new progress wall. Remember there was that. Well, now I have this one. So this took hours to build. Just a progress wall. Took hours to set up. So this is meant to keep track of the progress. I'm going to be ignoring comments asking me to sign up trains as routes that we're not on because they're kind of, you know, getting old and a bit annoying. So this is the progress wall, and the way this works is when a station or section of track is built, we fill it in. So let's say this part didn't exist. It's white, but when it's built, we make it the color of the line. So it's like it's filling up a strip map of the line. And you can see when we come into the BMT section, there's nothing here. What? Oh yeah, they're separated. They aren't actually connected. That's right. That's why I didn't tour 14th Street yet, because the downtown 23rd Street tunnel is not actually built. So these aren't connected. So yeah, this is the progress wall. Why is this? Oh yeah, I did actually start Brooklyn Bridge City Hall a few months ago, but I never got around to finishing it. So the way this works is for express lines, you just add the color if it's a skipped station, and if it's not a skipped station, you add the black, put black, and if it's gray, it means it's not done, or it doesn't exist. Stripes mean work in progress, gray means doesn't exist, so that's a correction, it should be doesn't exist. So Penn Station is work in progress tunnel, work in progress tunnel. All right. So that's the new progress board. It will be nice to see the one line fill up. See, we almost... No, we do actually have about half of the line. Let me count this. 1, 2, wait. Oh, that's right. There's no turnstiles there. It's missing 2 elevators. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Out of 38 stops, we're about halfway through. Just about. So yeah, let's see if we can finish this in the next month. Because if we don't finish it in July, then that's not good. Okay, so now let me remove these trains and then we're going to get started on the yard. Please don't crash. All right, the game's gonna crash. All right, we're crashing, aren't we? For some reason, this like exact spot always causes a crash. I think I need to move the props. Okay, let's just not touch that train then. It can stay there. It can stay there because apparently if I go near it, there's going to be a crash. All right. So, let's actually work on the yard. I want to make this a ground track. So it can't be single. So first off, this can't be single track. And that can't be that texture because I actually have a new way to do those. So if we come over here, we can get those from where is it? The fuck is it? There it is. Up here. All the trains eventually go somewhere. They're stuck. I'm not going to delete them. They all eventually wind up wherever the track is. Problem with using certain colors that you can't color I honestly have no Alright. Did not expect that many trains to just be sitting there. God knows how many trains are going to be sitting at South Ferry when the whole line is done. There we go. Okay. And this is the correct width for this. Okay, I have a feeling this is going to be very annoying to do. I just need to count this. No, I don't need to count this. I can use a tape measure. One in 9, and then if there's, oh, so it's probably going to be the 1 in 9 one because it's going to be set up like this in the yard. All right, so now let's go back. The reason why I haven't built this yard before, I have tried in the past, but it's usually just crashed the game. Just bruh, yeah, there's too many trains there. It was a surprise to us all. We didn't expect to see that crashed, mangled mess there. Alright, what is this? Okay. So I presume that tracks were supposed to go in here. So let's just add them. I'm not expecting any frames to exist in this area. The area near the 207th Street yard, even though the yard isn't even done, it's not pretty FPS wise. You guys have seen it on streams, saw it before. FPS is a bit rough there. Can you guys tell me on Minecraft? Can we tell you on Minecraft? Well, the first question is who you guys is, you know, who you guys are. The second question is how would I tell you on Minecraft? The third question, how did he do this? How did he do this? So that's the actual question. Okay. I use the immersive railroading mod and the little tiles mod. And then after years of getting good, we got to this point. And that's pretty much the story. Here, I'll start out. I'll start out from day one. Day one. I was with Diamond Axe, and I thought it would be cool to build the subway. Not the subway at the time, you know, we weren't thinking of building the whole subway, we just wanted to build the F line. You know, we commonly used it, so we wanted to build our line at the time. Was the F. So, we built that, and it was pretty rough, you know. It was a first go. It was a decent go. And eventually, we reached Manhattan. And after reaching Manhattan, we said we're done with the F line. It wasn't actually done, it wasn't completed. But we were done. We just decided to be done. That was it. We called it quits on that line. You know, sometimes you just call it quits. And that was weird. And after we called it quits, we went on to the queue line. Or I mostly went on to the queue line, if we're being honest here. I'm just looking at the map. So I mostly went on to the queue line. I built 2nd Avenue on that Worlds. And then I built Broadway. And, you know, we kind of had a thing against angles at the time. We didn't build angles. It just wasn't going to happen. So, if you guys watched the original queue line full ride, you may have noticed that near Union Square, there was actually a 90-degree S-curve. There was a double S-curve there. I'm just counting this. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there's about 14. Let me just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck off, fly. You need to fuck off. Do not start attacking me while I'm streaming. Now I need to start counting again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wait. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 15 tracks. All right. So, sorry, I just had to count that so that we could build while I talk. Anyway, I did that. You know, it was a pretty strange world. It was a minecart scale world. That means that all of the subway stations were actually built to minecart scale. They were not built for full-scale trains like they are now. And you know, that's a pretty strange thing, to be riding around in a simulated subway system meant for minecarts. But it was what we did at the time, right? Jeez, now I feel like a boomer dad describing how he went to school. Okay. I'm for it. I'll continue. So, you know, it was pretty strange. You went around in minecarts instead of in trains. Like you couldn't drive trains. You didn't have trains like this. You had minecarts. And we didn't have all these fancy mods to have all these fancy blocks. Speaking of which, I don't use cork anymore. So this is going to become dyeable stone. Welcome to the stream, Jide, I think. Jide. And yeah, so you know, we didn't have these fancy mods. We didn't have any of that stuff back then. Back in my day, we didn't have fancy mods. Okay? We had vanilla, and what we had to do was we had to use texture packs. And we had to make custom textures. So custom textures were always a thing. I'm describing Minecraft MTA 1. So this is Minecraft MTA 3. So I'm describing Minecraft MTA 1 right now. So making custom textures was always a thing. This is back in 2018. And, you know, that was something we always did. Custom textures. So, we just continued like that, mostly vanilla. A mostly vanilla experience. Until that world just kept getting bigger. It kept on growing. And we had a lot of lines on that world. But it would run into some trouble. Why is... Hold on. You guys see that? It cut off. So I guess I can't go past there. Okay. So, I need to rotate this. So, the world kept growing. We ran into some problems, but we had a lot of lines. What did we have? We had the four line. The 4 was the last line showed off on that world, but it wasn't actually the last line built. So first off, we finished the Q, then I think it was the F, then the N, then the C was built for some reason. For some reason the C was built. It sounds kind of mean to the C. But then the C was built, then I think the E, and then the 4. Now, let me tell you guys a little something about that world. The 4 was not actually the last line built on that world. Believe it or not, there was another line built. So, after the 4 was completed, I actually went ahead and built an M line on that world. So there was actually an M. Yes, there was an M. So the previous map was not my first map with an M line. It was actually the original map. And the reason why no video was made of the M line on the original world is because I did not have announcements and I could not find them online. And I could not seem to record any half-decent ones from the M. So it just never happened. Pretty much just gave up on the M. And after all that was built on that line, I just went, I can't get announcements. Gee, that's it. All right, no M. Yeah, of course I wouldn't do that today, but you know, that's just one. That's what you did. You know, that's what you did in my time. If you didn't have the announcements, that was it. You just went, gee, no announcements. Oh, that sucks. Better luck next time. Pretty much. So, these things are going to be actually really annoying to place. Wow. Alright. So yeah, that was what you did. That was what you did back then. So then the reason why that world was terminated wasn't because it was too vanilla. It wasn't because there weren't any mods. Because believe me, at the time, I probably would have just been satisfied with finishing that world, and that would have been it. That's it. That's it. No more web soak. It's done. Built the F. Wait, oh, did I mess up the stream title? What happened? I messed up the stream title. Oh yeah, I did messed it up. Oops. Hold on a sec. Give me a second. I'll fix that. 7-1. Okay, there you go. Refresh it, it should say 7. Alright. So, the actual reason why that world's, and that's my only world so far that's had a Manhattan Bridge. So, that world was actually terminated because of the angle thing I mentioned earlier. So, my preference for not building angles went on to cause the map's downfall. Because no angles meant that some things wouldn't line up properly. And so there would not have been room to build a G line. So you don't have a G line, then you don't have the subway, because the subway includes the G line. No subway without the G line. So the world was... Why do I hear a subway train here? What the heck? Okay, that was weird. I thought I just heard a subway train. So yeah, no world without a G line. It's not the subway if there's no G. So that was it. GG world, it was over. Why does it say? Yeah, I fixed it. Just refresh it. It should say 7-1. Yeah, refresh it. It will say 7-1. So yeah. No G line on that world meant bye-bye world. So that one was done. When that happened, that was it. Okay, how can I'm wondering if I can just make a blueprint of this so I don't have to do that again. Leave and enter. Exactly. Leave and enter. Alright, so second world. If you're just joining, I'm explaining how I do this. And part of explaining it means telling the entire story. Somebody asked, how did I do this? So I have to tell the whole story. Alright, so second world, alright. Second world was, do I want to call it the pandemic world? Because it kind of wasn't the pandemic world, you know? But it kind of was. Hold on, let me just move this. Okay, right. Okay, let's try that. Okay. No. Hold on, guys. So, second world, very short-lived. It went from, it doesn't even get a Minecraft MTA label. It's just a Minecraft New York City subway world because it didn't last long enough to get a label. It didn't make it. Welcome to the stream, Giovanni. Welcome to the stream, Langston Reese. Welcome to the stream, Ethan. Missed the R32s? I also missed the R32s. Did the R32s still exist during the Second World? Did they? I'm not sure. But in Minecraft, there will actually be R32s in the R179s video, which I'm planning to do. Okay, so we need to do 15 elevated rows. Alright, so I'll continue the story later. I'll continue it later. We need to stack this now. Okay, so this is the part where we lose all the FPS that we were enjoying before. 100 FPS. So say goodbye to all of that because I have to stack this part 14 blocks east. East or south? Oh, it's south. This is so weird, the direction. I need to break this to do that now. The fuck did I just break? Okay. Alright. Stack 14 south. Waiting. I'm making another city called Hudson City. That's a cool name for a city. Hudson City. Okay, 27,300 blocks have been changed. FPS? Okay, okay. So we still have some FPS. And now we have the basic area for the yard. Alright, so the tracks are going to go there. And looks, how does it look from below? Okay, okay. So, maybe 50. Let's see how much we can do. What can I get away with here? I know that as I add the tracks, the frames are going to drop. Making an elevated yard. If you're just joining, we're making an elevated yard on the one line, which I believe is called the 240th Street yard. Okay, so anyway, back to the question of how did I do this? So, Second Worlds runs into a problem. We want the cubic chunks mod for the height limit. And I do believe there's actually just a converter that I could have used, but I don't know if it existed yet at the time. So the world was ceased and restarted with a bunch of mods this time, so that we have the cubic chunks mod and the height limit removed, but other mods were added as a consequence. And the third world, I think, was the biggest. Yeah. Or no, the second, let's just call it the second world, Minecraft MTA 2. I think it was bigger than Minecraft MTA 1. I know it was older. I know it lasted longer. The funny thing about this world is I think it's as old as the other two worlds just because I haven't been as active on it. Hudson City has transit. It's HTC. New York City Metro system is Pyong and Han in my eyes. I don't understand that word. By the way, I'm viewing the stream from Seoul. Alright, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. IO Sai from Seoul. Alright, so I need to look at the 3D view of this again. How do we do this? Okay, so first of all, we need to actually see how long this has to be. I think they're just gradually going this way, like they're just getting shaved down as you make your way to here. What's going on in chat? Hudson City has transit. What is the Hudson City or something like? Hudson City or something like this. Alright, the orange line with the 9 stops. Something going on in chat. I don't know. So it needs to be 160 blocks long to fit a train. This one, let's see, 40 do? Because we're going to have to put the stoppers, the bumpers. I don't think they'll actually, I mean the train will just derail, but yeah. So we need to put the stoppers at the ends there. Yep. Okay. So I actually have a thing made for stoppers. Let's go get it. An asset. 4 stoppers. Okay, it means hello. Annie Young. Hello slash Annie Young from South Korea. Hello from America. Alright. Let's come over here. There they are. There's my bumper. Is it stone? No, it's cork. I need to change this to stone. I don't use cork anymore. Cork is an outdated block. It needs to be stone. Must be stone. Let's change it. Cork. There we go. Okay. That one was cork. Needs to be done away with. We don't use cork anymore. Come on, go away. There we go. Okay. Save. Sorry about the grammar. I'm Korean. That's fine. Grammar doesn't have to be that good. You can still understand what you're saying for the most part. Alright. Bumper. We're going to probably have to move this into place. How are we going to do this? Because I see there's like a thing. Like a walkway, almost. Sorry, I know you guys don't see what I'm looking at. I'm just looking at the 240th Street yard on Google Earth. Alright, so this actually should go here. And then, oh, it's probably going to be the most difficult part, is that there's like a walkway that goes this way. This looks Jayo. What does Jayo mean? Oh, I thought we were going to crash again. Does it mean cool? Okay, so what we're going to do is we need to make a walkway. It's just along the end area, just in front of the bumpers. Keep clicking the wrong thing as I try to come back to Minecraft here. Alright, so I'm thinking a 2-block angle will work for this. Will it? Does it? No, a 2-block angle is not going to be enough space at the end. What about a 4? Let's see, does that? It might. Let's just go all the way to the end with this wool before I actually build an angled segment and then, you know, duplicate it all the way down to the end to make sure. 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there we go. Alright, so that's good, that will do. Means nice, thank you. So let's see. Is this just like yellow wood? Yellow stone? Okay, I'm moving Minecraft on my desktop. All right. So it looks like there is going to be a yellow walkway here. It's going to be on a 4-block angle. So let's make the walk. Oh, the topography. The terrain just drops off right after the yard, and I didn't even notice it. Did anybody else notice that this whole time? That this is where the terrain ends? I just noticed that. And I'm the one who built it, and I forgot. Okay. Dyeable clay. Let's do dyeable stone. Actually, would planks work? Let's do planks. Let's do planks. I'm in the mood to do planks here. Okay. No, no, get away. I'm being attacked by a mosquito again. They're common this time of year. They're coming after me. Okay, so my idea here is to make one section, and then now we can do this. And we need to go 4 blocks. There we go. You're welcome. Thanks for the live. It's my pleasure. All right. So this, why does this not reach the last pixel? That's weird. Did I mess something up? I feel like it should reach the last pixel. Okay. I guess we're just going to have to cope with that. Okay. We need to remove the wool now. Much easier to remove it because we can just use world edit. Replace wool, air. Mosquitoes are wild bugs. Well, in New York, they get into the buildings and the houses, and they terrorize people. New York, Manhattan is actually a swamp. It was originally a swamp. I'm not sure if you guys knew that. But Manhattan is actually a swamp. So we have mosquitoes here. Dyeable wood. Okay, yeah, I guess I have to do this direction. I would have preferred to do it so that the planks were facing the other way. But yeah. New York is actually a swamp. Believe it or not. They covered up the swamp with buildings, and because it's a swamp, we get mosquitoes. Okay, the contrast there is not enough for me. This has to be lighter. And then I want to sort of make an outline layer. There we go. I have 5 mosquito bites. Keep the room cold, and they're less likely to come in until they become desperate. And you can hear I have the AC on. That's the background noise there. Now, if the mosquitoes come too close, you need to be able to show them who's boss. You need to remember that this is your room. This is your apartment. You're the one paying. Okay, you're probably not the one paying, but you're the one who lives here, you know? The mosquito is here rent-free, and it's not invited. So when a mosquito shows up, you need to know how to kill the mosquito. You can't just let it, you know, roam around your apartment. That's trespassing, right? And it's not allowed here. So when the mosquito gets into your place, you need to know how to kill the mosquito. And what you're going to do is you're going to be quite still, and the mosquito will think that it's safe to approach. And then when the mosquito gets too close, boom, get the mosquito out of the air, get a napkin, clean up the mess, and that's it. Mosquito dealt with. And just be careful because, if you don't pay attention, they'll sneak up on you, and then you're stuck with a mosquito bite for the whole week. And that sucks. Because nobody wants to be stuck with a mosquito bite. Alright, there we go. The end. This is a weird yard. It's elevated yard. So weird. And I probably have to add a fence. Alright, so there's like this walkway at the end. And then the track just like goes up to the walkway. This is like the weird part. You have to make the track like actually go up to the walkway. Not going to be easy. How do we do this? I should have done this before I placed the wall. Well, I guess I couldn't have known where it was exactly going to place. Okay, there we go. This kind of works. And we're going to have to do this for every single row, aren't we? Sounds fun. Great. I think we are. Over here. There we go. Okay. So, what do we do about this, though? I don't like have the... I've never had to match up the track like this. Oh my god. This is not going to be easy, is it? The color of the track is like so much darker. How dark can it be? Oh wait, I think it's like 14. I have an idea. I'll just go into the track, the voxel software, and just check what the color is. And maybe it will line up. Where is it? Elevated track. Yes, elevated track. Oh, what is this? $17, 13, 9. 17, 13, 9. It's perfect. Hey, that's a good trick. Is that? Yes, that's perfect. All right, good to know. That's awesome. All right, guys, I have to go now. My cough is acting up, and my stomach is acting up, but I'm going to continue to work on this off camera, and I'll show you guys when I get done later.